Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back. You know who it is. You know what we were doing. I just pressed stop record and start record. I want to get as many of these things done as I can. So I'm hooked. I'm addicted. I can't get enough. I'm going to get rid of this thing, though. I know that. That is just a menace. Dennis the Menace. We'll leave that one. We'll take this one out, though. Get some blunt weapon skill going on here. Might as well get my machete. Get some bones. I want to make some flaming arrows. You know, that's something I didn't do. You all have to remind me. When I go to the trader, you need to shout at your screen, get a compound bow. We just make a regular bow. We don't even need a compound bow. I was just getting all fancy with the compound bow. I don't need that. I just need a regular bow. Just need a regular bow for flaming arrows. We need to take a look at what it takes to make a flaming arrow also. Took 3 whacks to break that stone. All right. Well, we left off here yesterday. And I guess I will go ahead and build this sucker up. Can I build it up, y'all? 1, 2, 3. Is that right? I believe that it is. I believe that it is. I believe. All right. Yeah, that's high enough off the ground. I'm happy with it. Satisfied. I'm satisfied. Oh, we need more of these. Concrete pillars. 100 concrete pillars. How many can we make? 999. Let's make 200. Let's make 200. Make sure we have enough, because I need a lot more. And because I am chain recording today, I need to take a break every once in a while and take a sip of my tasty beverage. I haven't had a sip of it in a couple hours now, something like that. All right, let's do this. Yeah, I'm all serious about this build and getting it done and getting it looking as good as we can get it to look without getting too crazy with it. I want it to be a self-contained complex. That's what we're aiming for, at least. Self-contained complex. Hopefully I'm counting this out right. We'll find out. We'll find out soon enough if I am. So the next recording I do will be Horde Day. At some point, I guess we'll have all of Horde Day to get the spikes in place. I'm not too concerned about that. We'll make do. We'll make it work. Even if we have to rough it out. And carry some extra shotgun shells on us for the turrets. And we'll just get turret heavy. I'm trying to cycle those things. And not use them as much. And you know my method now on how I've been handling the hordes. I'd like to continue doing that, but if worst case scenario, we'll do it how we have to do it. Like that. Might even extend this more. I don't know. I want to see what it looks like, how wide, how long, before I make my mind up on it. That's why I'm going to do the boundary of it. Out. Come on now. Get that thing there. Put it where it's supposed to be. Get the, I'm going to step on that cactus. You know, something I didn't account for. 5, 6. Let me count this out real quick. So if I were to come here, right here. So here and then 1, 2, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3. 3. 1, 2, 3. It may work out. It may work out. Let me do it this way here. So 1. Well, that'd be this one, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Maybe I'll figure out a way to do it. It might take a little more planning to get it done right, but like that didn't line up for a moment there. Aha! All right. Before I go any further, let me put those away. And let me build myself up into the air. Wave my arms like I just don't care. Not completely satisfied with that, but could have made it a little larger, though I think it would have looked silly. And because we do have 2 sides to do this with, maybe okay. It may be okay. I really do need to rework that horde defense over there. I really do need to rework that. But this looks okay. This may be all right. This may be all right. Break your leg. Hope you all don't mind some building. Hope you all don't mind some building episodes, because you know, now that I have resources, I'm able to do a couple episodes here and there of nothing but building, and that's my favorite thing to do. At least I don't know how interesting it is to watch, but glad to have you along for the ride. And if there's ever any questions, especially when I get this done, you know, barring no server failures or anything like that, and we get to complete it and get it all painted up, I'll be doing a base preview video, because there are those that don't, they subscribe to the channel only for the base, son of a gun, I'll just leave that though, only for the base preview videos. They don't watch the Let's Play series. You know, for whatever reason, it's just not interesting to them, or they're time constrained, whatever it is. And so I'll do a preview, and I'm sure I'll have questions. Well, how did you do this? Why did you do that? And I can go back to day 48 and say, hey, go to day 48, episode 40, whatever, and you can see for yourself how I did it, why I did it that way, and get a better understanding. And so that's kind of, that's going to be nice, because this will be, if it turns out like I hope it does, might be one of the cooler designs I've done, because of the size, the scale of it, and not necessarily the horde defense. Is pretty simple setup, but it's very efficient. But the way everything will look, I want to have a complex here. I've never done a complex before. I did one massive multiplayer build a while back, and it was kind of like a complex, you know, but I kind of wanted to do that again, but more of a completed fashion of it. Oh, what are you doing, Grass Barton? Where are you going with that? I'm just going to build to the city, a little catwalk. Yeah, the catwalk. I build myself a little catwalk. Right, we need more of those blocks. So, wet concrete block. How many can we do? 799. Let's do 500 of those suckers. I probably need to get some of those going up in the thingy. Because I don't know. I mean, I guess I could do this rebar. I guess I could just plop some rebar down up there. It just seems I had so many of those. I was trying to use them up because I made them originally to sell to the trader, remember? And then we're like, well, I hear a screamer. Something. And I said, well, I don't really need that money. I don't really need the money. Oh, there's a screamer right there. See her? She's just crawling. Oh, did she see me? She's crawling this way. Oh, boy. Oh, it's Feather Nest. Oh, there's a dog. Oh, there's a running screamer. Oh. Oh, we stunned him. Come here, doggy. I got something. Papa Spartan's got something for you. Flipped him over backwards. Little silly dog wiggling about. Look at a wiggly dog. Wiggly dog. All right, back to what we were doing. Oh, it's a runner. It's a runner. Where are you running? I'm chasing a zombie. Don't you run away from me. Don't you run away from me. Come take your medicine. Here I am. Nope, now I'm over here. Oh, back over here, and you're down, sucker. All right. Enough fun. Enough fun for the moment. We'll get back to that later. So, the question is, how much weight will this hold if we put this as concrete? If we do it all concrete. Let me build my way back up there. Don't fall off the edge. That's no good. Oh! You know what, folks? You know what I did? You know what I did? No, I did it right. I did it right. Because we're going to have to do some kind of transition anyway. Yeah. All right. Ooh, I worried there for a moment that I did it a level too short. But I don't know what my transition will be here. What kind of room we'll do for a transition. We're going to do something. Maybe I shouldn't lay these out quite yet because I don't know what I'm going to do to make it into this room. But another screamer. She's just a hanging. She's just a hanging. I may need to wait till this dries. Let's place it down and see if anything caves in with it being wet, because it's got to hold wet concrete holding for a large square here, and I don't know if it'll hold like that. I don't know. The mechanics changed a little bit on Alpha 16 for weight and whatnot. Well, that held. That held just fine. That held just fine. And it's drying too. It's drying too. Remember I had that issue with the wet concrete on Alpha 15 and Snowfall base? I was trying to get that thing done as much as I could every episode. And so I was rushing through, and boy, it just kept falling and falling. And I think after 2 or 3 attempts, I was like, you know what? This is just not going to work until it's completely dried. And gave up on it. We're going to run out of cement blocks here. Let's run back inside. Get some queued up in the workbench. Because I got a workbench. All right. Go to this workbench. Go concrete block. $12.99. You know what? We better do more than that. Let's go to this workbench and do concrete block. 5,000. And need to dump some of these things off here. I better start holding on to the dirt. I better start holding on to the dirt. I'm going to need a lot of dirt, too. I'm going to need a lot of dirt. Matter of fact, let's get this workbench going for grassy ground. All right, it's only 48 minutes for that. It's not too bad. 184 more exploding crossbow bolts. Nice. We'll put those in there. Gives us extra stack and more than a half. Bones can go back in here. We still have, let's do a sort. I have 1,000 of those. Wow, is that 1,000 on the money? It is. With those few I just threw up in there. That away and that away, throw that away. We can eat a yucca. Plant fiber. Oh yeah, the flaming arrows. The flaming arrows. And I can stick my paint back and my paintbrush. Need that right now. I do a sort. And we need more cement. And we need to make more cement. We need to make more cement. We can make more cement. I get a stack of sand. 2 stacks of stone. Click on that. Concrete mix. Boom, boom. Boom. Boom, boom. Put you in there. We're out of cement mix now. A little bit left. There, and a stack of that, and a stack of you. Alright. Well, we might as well take it out of all of these. Stone. Sand. Have a little bit. Oh. Hey, our to-do board. We haven't used that lately. Probably need to get back to utilizing that again at some point. All right, whatever concrete blocks we have. Oh, we have another stack of 500 there, too. That'll hold us over for a tad. For a bit. And this was making gunpowder. Still has 20 minutes left. Perfect. All right, let's make some meat stew because we are out of meat stew. Oh, we have enough fuel in there. We don't need to do that. Meat stew by 10. Thank you. I'm gonna need to start planning some. Okay, I tell you what. Hold on 1 second, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on. Hold on. I'm coming back. Give me just a minute. And I am back. Sorry about that. Had to adjust the air. Whew, it was getting chilly up here. The air, I like for it to be cold. But it was getting downright chilly. All right, so let's go over here and start plopping some blocks. Get that platform built. While Screamer Lady is over there goofing off, walking in circles, like she doesn't know what to do. Surely she has something more important to do than just walk circles under my base over there. Maybe not. Maybe that's how she enjoys passing her time, just walking around Grand Spartan's base. Like dodging exploding crossbow bolts. Yeah, I'd like to have almost an unending supply of those exploding crossbow bolts before it's all said and done. You know, have 10 or 20,000 of those things just lying around, so that's all we use almost all the time. You almost have to when the difficulty starts stepping up and that screamer starts spawning feral radiated whites and cops all the time. We're going to have those things. We're going to have a lot. You know, I'll probably go through like 30 in one screamer horde. I also need to make sure that I've increased the size of those screamer hordes a bit more than what they are. I'm disappointed at the size of those, and I thought I had increased those, but I must have increased a different number. Remember also, goofed up there. Whatever I increase here increases also over on my stream series. Same server. Only difference is on there they're feral run all the time, and here they are not. But it's funny how in just a short time streaming, I was able to surpass where we're at. Pretty sure I surpassed, or maybe I just did the 42-day horde, but I'm about to surpass what we've done in this entire Let's Play series. Difference is, I'm covering about 10 hours worth of streaming every weekend, at least. Some more than that. Here I can only do 7 hours in a week if I did every day, which I'm not. I was only doing 5 days a week and missing out on the weekend because I was streaming and just didn't have time. Now that I've transitioned into my mornings are a little more freed up and I'm able to get some more done in the mornings, it's going to work out so that I can, we might be able to get an episode every day. So 7 hours a week versus the 10 on the stream series. And boy, we've already like surpassed where we're at on this series with the stream series. And if you've not kept up with that, I did it the way I did it. So you all could keep up. You had something to keep up with. It wasn't just me randomly hopping on the multiplayer server, and in 1 week I'm on day 30, and the next week I'm on day 250 or something, you know. So there was some incentive to come back and watch and keep up with what we're doing. Plus the fact that I do those silly costumes. I try to do them about once every other week or so, but it seems like we've had a bunch lately. Goofy outfits and whatnot, but it was something to keep up with, you know, and I hope you all have been able to, you know, keep up with all of that, and that it's been enjoyable for you and giving you a reason to at least skip through, see where I'm at, what I'm doing, watch the hordes, watch the building of the base, going a bit similar direction, but a bit different on there than I am here with the base design, as far as all of the creative things that I'm doing with it. It's a similar setup where I have a forge room over there and I have the raised horde bunker over there, but I'm trying to change it up. I'm trying to be a little different on that one than I am this one. I don't know how yet. I don't know how. We just kind of go with it. I don't have a plan. I just get in there and start placing blocks, much like I'm doing here. But I have a little more of an idea of what I want to do here than I do over there. We did build a different looking, now look at that. We did build a little different looking walkway going from the forge room to the horde room. Let me take a sip of my tasty beverage. Boom. All right, well, that part, whoa, what did I do that for? Yeah, let's do it. Let's check our game stage is up to 11:59. 11:59. All right. All right. So the next thing would be I guess to put a boundary around here. Let me do this boundary on the two sides first, and then we'll figure out what we're going to do here. If you're ever scared of falling off the edge, just go halfway, start on the other end, and work your way back. All right, so that, and we could put... get rebar out so I can differentiate between what I want to do here. Oh. Did I leave enough space there? Yeah, that'll work out. That'll work out. If I do it the way I planned on doing it, that should work out. I hope that's right. I hope that's right. I think I counted it all properly. We'll find out before long. We'll find out before long. If we have to, we'll break out Mr. Auger. That'll give me a reason to sit there and flap my jaws while I auger something down. Ooh, the next thing's going to be going this way, though. Let's see what it is this way. Let me get this going that way. Okay, well, worked out there too. So, good there as well. Uh, What, all we have to do now, let it dry. Go ahead and get the boundary here again. I'm going to leave those frames laid out just like that so I have a good idea what it's going to be. Don't you fall off the edge, Grand Spartan. And we need to go steel out the support pillars over there. And it kind of stinks because I most likely will be augering those down. I don't know that for sure. I hear you screaming. There she is. I most likely will be augering all of those down over there, but you know, we have this horde coming up, and I don't want the thing to collapse during the horde. And you know, who knows what might happen if that's the case. I also need to put a little storage up top, up there, and hold some shotgun shells, so I don't have to run back over to the forge room, because you know that was almost catastrophe the last time I did that. Almost a catastrophe. So let's see how I could transition. Oh, Wandering Horde. What do you know? Let's draw them over here. Hey, ladies, gentlemen. I'm over here. I'm over here. Where are you all going? There you go, gal. She got the idea. She got the memo. I don't think the rest of them did. Look at that. Smooth looking sucker over there. So much fun shooting exploding crossbow bolts. If you don't do it, you need to. It's fun. Lots of fun. Okay, so let's look at our options for blocks here. Well, we don't have any ramps. Let's see. There are our ramps. We'll get those off. Still making some of these. Let's get a few ramps going so I can see what they're going to look like if I decide to go that way. Oh, there's a screamer. Boy, it's so dark I can't see anything whenever... Oh, she's over there. It sounded like she was right there. The screamer. The little... That was not a very good imitation of a screamer. Let's see. Maybe maybe I could open it up a little bit. Boy, this headset, I can hear those footsteps a long ways away. So maybe then one there. And we could do a ramp. Let's do advanced placement here and see what it would look like. Oh, man's getting thirsty again. It's been working hard. You gotta feed me, Grand Spartan. You gotta give me something to drink. Oh, we need one more block right there. I hear the pitter-patter of footsteps. That's confusing because I don't know where it's coming from, but... And then let's make a few more ramps. And we are going to advanced. Son of a gun, I can't reach over there without jumping down. I really don't want to jump down. If I can help it. Alright, I think that got it. And that's a pretty smooth transition, I do believe. Of course. You know what, though? I don't think that's going to work out. I mean, I could put a doorway in the middle and seal this off. But I had another idea for this in here. I don't know. As cool as that may be, to do it that way. Yeah, see, I usually don't have you all along for the ride when I'm planning things like this. This may be a bit boring for you. I apologize if you don't enjoy the building aspect of it. You might have to tune back in tomorrow. Maybe something new, a horde tomorrow. You know what? I think I better square it. I better square it off. Before this all dries, let me get rid of it. Just gives me an excuse to use my auger. You know how much I love using this thing. I did that just so I could use the auger. That's the only reason I did that, made that goof. Isn't that right, folks? I guess I could repair that instead of replacing it. I may use that yet. I do not know. So we could box this out, or I could continue that curved block for another block or two. I'm just trying different things. I see the screamer over there now. Yeah, I could still use the ramps on the outside of this. But what we could do is, did I have my glass on me? Yes, I do. Let's take a look at, let's copy rotation. And then I might have to put a solid block of glass in here. You know what I mean? Like one of those solid blocks. And then See, it stinks I can't stick one in there. You know? I might have to do that. I might have to resort to, at least in this area, the solid blocks. Let's go get some of those going, just in case that's what I decide to do right there. Bulletproof glass. Bulletproof glass block. How many of those can I... 225! My goodness. Let's just do 50. How about that? Let's do 50. I just need a couple. That's all. That's all. And this one's pump those out. And it is out of everything. We need more glass. So let's get some sand. I said stone, but sand. Let's divvy it up this way since I have abundance of everything else. And then this one, yeah, we need more stone, and I guess we could use more iron there. Broken glass, we'll just stick it back in our crafting bin here. Let's do a sort. Know what I have. Let's grab, oh, only one of those has produced. Goodness. Plenty of those producing. And our dirt is producing over there. Okay. There's two. There's two. I really need like 4 or 5 to test this theory, this idea. But we'll go with it. I hope I don't waste this, this glass. You know, that's not gonna... It's not gonna transition into it beautifully like I would like. But maybe. Oh, you know what? I could probably change things up. I'm sorry, folks. This is all part of the planning, and I have to do it. I have to do this on recording, or you're gonna miss out. I mean, I guess I could do a couple hours without recording, but I try to document it all. Try to get it all. So if we put a concrete block there, and then get that number there, I could probably take that one out. More glass to put in the forge, I guess. I'm gonna have to get a transition piece to go in right here, which could be a ramp. Could be a ramp. You know what I mean? Advanced. That. And what would it look like if I put a piece like that there? That wouldn't look right, would it? So I know what I want to do over here. I know what I want to do over there. But these transitions going from one to the other. Remember, we did the same thing on the centerpiece there, and I'm sure I'm probably going to get 50,000 messages about, you shouldn't have done that. I'm not happy with the way you did it. But that's just part of it, folks. How about that? And then it's pretty cool though, messing around with all these new styles of glass and the curve blocks and all of that. I'm enjoying that. That's nice and refreshing. have something new to work with. And I guess if we paint that, it won't look so bad. But there's no true way for me to missed it again. No true way for me to transition into from that one piece to this piece. And we might have to do it again even. And I could even take this out now, maybe. And I see what that looks like. And put that in there instead. And then I could probably even limit down the size of this. I was wanting to get all fancy with it and get big, but I think that might be a little too big for what I'm looking to do. It's just going to make things more complicated, and it doesn't need to be. It doesn't need to be that complicated. And then here, that rotation. Doing advanced. I'm sorry, I'm not talking a lot today either, folks. I'm really in deep thought. Grand Spartan. And deep thoughts. Yes. What's the other corner around top? Make one of those real quick. Might go with some sharper edges instead of the round stuff for what I'm doing here. Go to advanced. And there's no way to do that. It would be round on the inside, but not on the outside. So I may have to go with a little sharper look right there instead of the round. Maybe a little flatter of a piece or something. Maybe even the ramp. Maybe even the ramp. Something like that. Well, you know what? I could just connect it on in. I think I might try that. Let's see what it would look like if I just connect it straight on through. Just straight on through to the other side. Straight on through to the other side. You know, instead of making some massive construction here, trying to change it up going into this place over here. Doesn't need to be that way. Doesn't need to be that way at all. I just thought I'd get real fancy with it. But I think it almost looks smoother if I just connect it like we did over there, even though that building's going to change, but having that smooth just boom right into it might look better than getting too fancy with it over here and trying to change up the shapes. If there were a few more shapes of the glass blocks like on Empyrean, we could get really cool and fancy with it, but I don't think that's going to work out. It's going to end up leaving me with an unwanted gap, and we don't want that. We don't want that. All right, take this down. Well, I've done a lot of thinking today, a lot of planning and thinking. Should be pretty smooth sailing moving forward, though. I don't plan on doing Once I get this side, I may mimic this side on the opposite side. So I'm kind of thinking for 2 parts right here is what I'm thinking about. So it should speed the process up. Once we get this side completed, the other side should be a piece of cake. And we'll just continue it on down. And we have the resources to do it. There's no need to cause ourselves extra work. That's not even going to probably work out in the end anyway, for what I have planned for here. Oh, can't do that first. I need to do that one first. I hope. I probably should do like a test world or something and go in and build a couple structures and test it out. See what works best, what looks best. But I haven't had a lot of time to do that lately. Really no time to do something like that, honestly. I have a base that's about 60% done on the multiplayer server that I have not even been on to work on it, but a little bit here and a little bit there. I need to get on there and get that done as well. What could we do here? Could we put a... block like that. Let me get my frames out. Finna raise up, y'all. Raise on up here like that. And then... guess I could do that at the end. And the same thing here. The rotation for that. And what I'll do there, if I do a plate or a full block, what would it look like if we did we could even do a doorway there. We could do a doorway leading into this, but I kind of thought I would make it all one habitat, not habitat, but one solid piece. What does that look like coming down here? It'd almost be too much if we had that. Let's take a look at what this would look like. If I did it like this. And then we're going to end this thing soon, folks. I promise. I promise I'm going to end soon. I get into these modes and I just don't want to stop. I don't want to stop. You can't make me stop, folks. You can't make me stop. Yeah, that would be kind of silly to do that, though. It'd be kind of silly to put a flat piece. I'll leave it right there and think about what I want to do here. Think of what I want to do here. Little guy's just fatigued. He's like, Grand Spartan, really, man? Just go ahead and end this thing. Stop it, man. Just stop it. But I'll work on something here. I'll think about something. I don't say I'll work on it. I'll just think about something that I can do and kind of how I want to approach this in here. Because I had a cool idea, something I could do, but I don't know if it's going to work. But we'll see. We'll see. We'll see. I need a lot more glass, though. Before I end this episode, let me run back over here and try to get a tad more bulletproof glass making. Bulletproof curved plate, we could make 74. Let's make those. And in this one, we could do... I'm going to cancel these. And go bulletproof glass plate. 191. Let's do 100. And let's do the rest of them in the curved plates. 100 of those. Get those a kicking. Get my glass in there. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I thank you all for your support. As always, appreciate you hanging out with me. It's starting to come together now, though. It's starting to look right. Once I can figure this out, what it is that I want to do here, might have to lay this all out with frames, though, to get a good idea how I want to build it around. But I hope you have yourselves an excellent day, evening, wherever you may be located, and I will see you all tomorrow.